Welcome, Facebookers and lockdowners all, to the first of what might be a short series, we don't know yet, it depends if you like it, of what we're going to call Jed Grimes Watch Party. Quite a few of you here now will be aware of last Thursday's effort when we attempted to go live with the same kind of idea, and it was just one of those busy nights on the web, and the whole thing collapsed after about 12 minutes. That didn't stop, however, a lot of the lovely people who were watching from donating to the Paddy Bort Memorial Fund for musicians in need, and the tip jar will be there again. You'll see it flagged up as the video progresses, and if you feel like contributing, that will be smashing. And if you don't, that's also fine. This is a free event. We just want you to enjoy it and have a little break from things. So, you know, it's just after 8:30 now on Wednesday evening, the 22nd of April. So sit back for the next 45 minutes, knock the top off a bottle of something nice, and enjoy a few songs. And join in, there's a few choruses as well. Great, nice to have you here. See you at the end. This song's called Dancing to Tom Paine's Bones, written by a great songwriter from down in the southwest of England, a chap called Graham Moore. And it's a sort of kind of tribute to Tom Paine, the well-known 18th century pamphleteer. He wasn't a great friend of King George's government, and they didn't care too much for him either. The title is quite a clever little pun. Tom Paine, Dancing to Tom Paine's Bones. Two things. One is that there's some dispute as to where Tom Paine's bones lie, where he's actually buried. America is one of the nations that claims that he's there. But, the other, in a way, wittier thing in the title is that Tom Paine was actually apprenticed to his father as a corset maker, and it was one of the spin doctors of King George's court, when they were trying to discredit him. It was used against him as if he was kind of an unmanly person, you know, for being a designer of ladies' undergarments. Dancing to Tom Paine's Bones. And the chorus goes, dancing to Tom Paine's bones, dancing to Tom Paine's bones, dancing the oldest boots I own to the rhythm of Tom Paine's bones. So hope you're all going to join in. Here we go. Out one evening by a river of discontent, I ran into old Tom Paine himself, is running down the road he went. He said, I can't stop right now, child, King George is after me. He'd throw a rope around my neck and he'd hang me from the Liberty Tree. I will dance to Tom Paine's bones, dance to Tom Paine's bones, dance in the oldest boots I own to the rhythm of Tom Paine's bones. Tom Paine's bones, and now we'll dance to Tom Paine's bones in the oldest boots I own to the rhythm of Tom Paine's bones. I only talked about freedom and justice for everyone. Since the very first word I spoke, I've been looking down the barrel of a gun. They say I preach revolution. Let me say in my defense that all I did wherever I went was talk a lot of common sense. Dance to Tom Paine's bones, dance to Tom Paine's bones, dance in the oldest boots I own to the rhythm of Tom Paine's bones. Dance to Tom Paine's bones, and I will dance to Tom Paine's bones in the oldest boots I own to the rhythm of Tom Paine's bones. Tom Paine, there he lies. Nobody laughs and nobody cries. Where he's gone and how he fares, nobody knows, nobody cares. Dance to Tom Paine's bones. Let me hear you. Dance to Tom Paine's bones. Dance in the oldest boots I own to the rhythm of Tom Paine's bones. Dance to Tom Paine's bones. Virtual chorus singing. Dance to Tom Paine's bones. In the oldest boots I own to the rhythm of Tom Paine's bones. Tom Paine, he ran so fast, he left me standing still. And here I am, a piece of paper in my hand, standing at the top of the hill. It says, this is the age of reason, these are the rights of man. Kick off religion and poverty, it was written in Tom Paine's plan. Dance to Tom Paine's bones, dance to Tom Paine's bones. Dance in the oldest boots I own to the rhythm of Tom Paine's bones. Dance to Tom Paine's bones and I will dance to Tom Paine's bones and I will dance in the oldest boots I own to the rhythm of Tom Paine's bones. Dancing to Tom Paine's bones. Here's a little traditional song from these islands. This song's been picked up in various corners of the United Kingdom over the centuries. I think I first heard it on a programme called Singing Together, which was on the wireless. If you remember the wireless, then you should definitely be staying in the house at the minute. And it's a traditional love song, which means automatically that, of course, there's not a happy ending here. This is called Come All Ye Fair and Tender Ladies. All you fair and tender ladies, take a warning how you court your man. Like the bright stars of a summer's morning, they'll first appear and then be gone. They'll tell to you some loving story, they will declare that their love is true. And then they'll go and they'll court some other, and that's the love that they'll have for you. I'd have known before I courted that love had been so hard to win. I'd have locked my heart in a box of gold, and I'd have fastened it up with a silver pin. Wish I were a little sparrow, or some of those that fly so high. I'd fly away to my own false lover, and when he talked I would be nigh. But as it is, I am no sparrow, neither have I wings to fly. I'll sit down here in grief and sorrow, and I'll weep and I'll pass my troubles by. fair and tender ladies. Well, we're in the reflective mood. Why don't we have a little song from the Tyne Shore? This is a song called I Drew My Ship into a Harbour. And although it is a Newcastle song, I have to say that I got this originally from the singing of a Yorkshireman, no longer around now, unfortunately, sadly for us. Tony Capstick was the guy. Tony was known as one of the sort of folk comedians of the 70s, but he had a great way with a song. I drew my ship into a harbour, drew her up where my true love lay. I drew her close up to the window. Listen what my dear girl would say. Who's that raps so loud at my window? It raps so loud and fain would be it. It's only me, your own true lover. Open the door, love, and let me in. Then slowly, slowly got she up. Slowly, slowly came she down. But before she got the door unbolted, her true love had both come and gone. Come back, my own true lover. Come back, my A1, I need my pain. Your voice I heard not, your face I saw not. Oh, John, my heart will break in twain. Ripest apple is soon as rotten. The hottest of love is soon as cold. Seldom seen is soon forgotten. True love is timid, so be not bold. He's brisk and brawling, and he's far over now, sailing over the raging main, where fishers dancing, and dark eyes a glancing, will make him quite forget his aim. I drew my ship into a harbour. going to do a song by John Hyatt now, one of my favourite American songwriters, singers too, great singer. And this is a song called You Must Go. Kind of a modern song of, I don't know, being a displaced person. You're in the wrong place, you've got to go somewhere else. And I'm going to preface it with a little bit from a wonderful slow air, an Irish pipe tune actually, that I learned from the playing of the mighty John Doonan Senior a long time ago. I've already recorded this with his son Mick actually on the last sort of EP I did, but I'll stick it in here at the beginning of this song. Okay, the slow air is called Spalpeen Aroon, and then the song is You Must Go.
is in a shambles, baby, then you'll know.
something that she said. You keep it all up in your head. Now your face is turning red, and you must go. You must go and you must ramble to every briar and bramble till your life is but a shambles. Maybe then you will know that you were born to wonder and to wonder and to wonder. Even when you're 6 feet under, there's a place that you must go. There's something in the air, you can smell it everywhere. It's in your clothes and it's in your hair. You better get out of there. You did that midnight train, unpack your winding mind like a snake in the rain. You must go, you must go, and you must ramble through every briar and bramble till your life is in a shambles. Baby, then you will know that you were born to plunder and to wonder and to wonder. Even when you're 6 feet under, there's a place that you must go. Oh, you must go. Ah, you must go. A place that you must go. The tune. I did put a little version of this out last week, but I'm going to put this again into the concert. It's a request. A few people who've come to my gigs quite regularly, God bless you, all say this is the one that they'll like. It's in 5/4 time, this, which is a bit sort of interesting, and you know, 5/4 is the that kind of a thing. But this is a 5 that comes from the tradition. It's not the product of a schooled musical mind, but quite a few of the songs from the traditions in these islands end up with 5/4 time for some reason. Quite sophisticated. Anyway, this is a thing called A Jug of This. Elsewhere it's known as Ye Mariners or Ye Mourners All, and it's an invitation to come and celebrate somebody's life after the event, as it were, basically by having a hoolie. A jug of this. for to sit down, spend my last thing not a mess, pour me your nose in a jug of this. Now I'm old and I can scarcely crawl, an old grey beard and a head that's bald. On my desire fulfill my wish, a pretty girl and a jug of this. Now I'm in my grave and dead, all my sorrows are past and fled. Transform me then into a fish, let me swim in a jug of this. Jug of this. A few years ago, I was felt quite privileged actually. I was asked by Johnny Handel and Brian Mawson, who had set up a thing called the Northumbria Anthology, all about re-recording songs from the Northeast, dance tunes from the Northeast, and so on. And Johnny was kind of overall overseeing senior MD, and he gave me about 35 to 40 songs to arrange as I saw fit, which was great fun, because rather than go down the old bagpipes and the squeeze box route, I've got some of my favourite kind of jazz flavoured players up here to help be the kind of house band, and that band became the Hush, and we went out and did quite a few festivals, and that's another story. But Johnny gave us this song, and I'm sure it was a fragment of a song, and I suspect Mr. Handel, being the guy that he is, probably wrote a couple of verses and made this all make sense. It's a capstan shanty, nonsensical chorus you can all join in with at home if you're feeling that way, if you're into the second bottle by now, or whatever takes your fancy. And the verses are lovely. They're just a guy telling you how much he loves his wife, really. So it's Tally-I-O the Grinder. On Saturday night I lost my wife, didn't know where to find her. I found her at home all sitting alone, Tally-I-O the Grinder. The wife, she is a winsome thing, no woman could be kinder. I love to hear her dance and sing, Tally-I-O the Grinder. Tally-I-O, Tally-I-O, Tally-I-O the Grinder. Tally-I-O, Tally-I-O, Tally-I-O the Grinder. Excuse me. Seldom she would life. In wedlock I joined her, she's always been a canny wife. Tally-I-O, the grinder. If you meet her in the street, be careful that you mind her. She always goes so smart and neat. Tally-I-O, the grinder. Tally-I-O, 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 the grinder. Tally-I-O, 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 the grinder. Last shot. Tally-I-O, 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 the grinder. Tally-I-O, 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 the grinder. Okay, this is a song called Rake and Ramblin' Boy. I first heard this song back in the 60s by Joan Baez when she was the brand new presence on the scene from over in America. It's an American song, yeah, based, I think, comes from the Ozark Mountains originally. And it's just the story of a very, very naughty boy. I'm a rake and a rambling boy. There's many a city that I did enjoy. Now I'm married, me a pretty little wife. Loved her dearer than I loved my life. She was pretty, neat and gay, caused me to rob the broad highway. Yes, I robbed her, I do declare, and I got myself 10,000 there. I'm a rake and a rambling boy. There's many a city that I did enjoy. Now I'm married, me a pretty little wife. Loved her dearer than I loved my life. My mother said she's all alone. My sister said that she had no home. My wife's in sad despair, with broken heart and the baby there. I'm a rake and a rambling boy. There's many a city that I did enjoy. Now I'm married, me a pretty little wife, and I loved her dearer than I loved my life. When I die, don't bury me at all. Leave my bones in alcohol. At my breast come a turtle dove, to show the world that I died for love. I'm a rake and a rambling boy. There's many a city that I did enjoy. Now I'm married, me a pretty little wife. Loved her dearer than I loved my life. I loved her dearer than I loved my life. That was the tale of the rake and rambling boy, all the way from the Ozarks. This is the story of Geordie Black, who probably came from somewhere near Stanley in County Durham. And it's a song written by a great songwriter from the 19th century, from Gateshead up here, a chap called Rowland Harrison. Rowland Harrison hasn't gained as much fame as Jody Ridley for example, one of his contemporaries who wrote The Bladen Races, or Joe Wilson, who wrote all those great songs of working class love and life in the northeast back then. But he wrote this song, and it stands for all the miners. Geordie Black stands for all the miners. 3 verses. The first verse, he's going to tell you about being too old to do the proper pit work anymore and how that hurts his pride. You'd think he'd be relieved, but no, there's a kind of pride in the work that was there very much in those mining communities. And verse 2 tells all about being probably 8 years old and being taken up to the pit by his dad and set on to work, as they were back then in the 19th century. And that would be 6 12-hour shifts a week in the black dark with no company at all. I think it's child abuse it's called now. In the third verse, Geordie Black's back with us in his present, which is like as an old guy, a retired miner. And he's trying to convince us about some of the wisdoms of life, like how we should look after each other. Very sort of appropriate thought for the times we're in right now, folks, I suppose. All looking out for each other and we'll be okay. And he also predicts quite spookily the end of the coal mining industry. Geordie Black, anyway. Oh, my name is Geordie Black, and I'm getting very old, and I've hewed tons of coal in me time. When I was just a lad, I could either put or hew, and out the lads I'd always take a shine. Now I'm going down the hill, and I cannot wheel the pick. Master has me pity on our bone, so I'll pass the time away working on the bank among the bits of lads in the picking stone. Oh, my name is Geordie Black, and me time I've been a crack, and I've worked both in the Gus and in the Betty, and the coals upon the time, out the others that take the shine, and we'll lift them all for Ryan, loaded Hawkson. When I was just a bairn, carried on me father's back, he'd take me away up to the pit, and gunning in the cage, I and gunning down below, was enough to make a youngster take a fit. To sit and keep a door in the darkness and the gloom, many's the bonny hour by myself, and to hear the awful shots as they rumble down below, looks around the coal coming down pell-mell. Oh, my name is Geordie Black, in me time I've been a crack, and I worked both in the Gus and in the Betty, and the coals upon the time, out the others they take the shine, and we'll lick them all for Ryan, loaded Hawkson. Well, it's getting canny late, and it's nearly time for louse, and I know I'm gonna miss you, everyone. Young folks that hear the need, mind your day, the thing that's real, the world, that's the way to get along. And here's success to trade on the way around the time, You wouldn't like to say such places slack. 'Cause if war pit lies idle, they work will come the day, and that'll grieve the heart of poor Geordie Black. Oh, me name's Geordie Black, any time I been a crack, and I work both in the Gus and in the Betty, and the calls upon the time. Now the others, they take the shine, and we'll lick them all for Ryan down at Hawks's. Oh, my name's Geordie Black, in me time I've been a crack, and I've worked both in the Gus and in the Betty, and the calls upon the time of the others that take the shine, and we'll lick them all for Ryan down at Hawks's. I will lick them all for Ryan down at Hawks's. Right, so that's about it, folks. Thanks very much for tuning in, and for those of you who've donated, that's brilliant as well, but if you haven't, that's also great. Just pleased that you're there, and I hope you're all going to be able to keep sane and look after each other, like Geordie Black would have us do, and we'll see you sometime in the not too distant future, we hope. All the best. Bye bye.